Gamers, I return once more. Now, we may not get 6 wins like we did in the last one, okay? We might get 2 wins, we might get 0 wins, we might get 8 wins. But man, oh man, if we had had that last run, but we had started a little bit stronger instead of starting with 4 straight losses, it's just like it's a what might have been. Let's put it that way. Here's my thinking, okay? I like lighter, but we can just get a bronze lighter and it starts with 1 burn. And it's like, that's barely even a debuff, honestly. Let's go XP. I'm a big believer, and it's only a sample size of 1, but I'm a big believer in what XP can do for us, man. I'm also a big believer. I'm also a big believer that if you could give me a fang here, that's a small weapon, which would work very nicely with our silver shark claws, which also, I don't even think I have to tell you, happen to be aquatic. Now, if we get a pelt, that's okay. I can live with that. I don't think shark claws is like an amazing item, but I do think it's a pretty decent start. A fang, thank you. I'm gonna XP, oh, because we can get a skill before the first fight if we hit the next level, which we're guaranteed to now. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind getting a small or large item, but I also think early on, for 0 gold, getting 5 regen is kind of nutty, man. So we could get 2 gold if we win a fight against a player, but I think I'd rather roll. This is what I'm looking for, man. 100%. Your leftmost weapon does 20 damage. Like, that seems like a very, very important bronze skill in the early game when nobody's weapons are going to be doing any damage. I'm not saying we got this sewn up. I'm just saying I feel pretty good about it. Barrel banana? I'm not even being a hater, but if I were, it would be fine because you're just angling towards meta Vanessa with this silver barrel, so I can literally say whatever I want and I can't get fined. I'm not even worried about it. Well, I'll whittle you slowly, man. I'll strum on your pain with my fingers or whatnot. I'll like sing your life with my words. I'll kill you softly with my shark claws and my fang. By the way, look at how strong their run is, man. We would have been in a nightmare scenario if we didn't have this kind of damage.
Got talent. You should put it toward
Okay, good start. What do we need to do today? It would be really nice to fill our board. We do have 3 empty spaces on the board. And a decent amount of money, man. As much as I would love to fight, I do think that it would be nice to fill the board up quick. So you, I mean, I really don't love the setup we got here, but I really kind of hate the setup we got here, but at least we do have a full board now. I was hoping to get some weapons, but that's okay. I'll continue XP maxing. Now, who can we take out? We could take you out. We could probably, oh, you could probably. It's all right. Getting the cloak would be very nice here. Because the cloak plus the shark claws is like the same effect as the poning steel, but we also get haste out of it, which will buff every subsequent weapon. It does kind of look like we're going wide weapon again. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really like the guy you should be asking, but I don't know if Crow's Nest single weapon is considered like a good Vanessa build in the current meta. But wide weapons, I mean, you can see it do so. At the start of each fight, gain a gold. It's something. How about a bronze tier weapon? Yikes. Langjan is just, it's just not really what you want at the bronze level at the end of day 2. So I'm all in on this XP maxing strategy for the time being. It also has the secondary benefit of really speeding up play quite a lot. But my main thought process is when you level up, you get a lot of max health. And you get more of it the later into the game you go. And you get good rewards, particularly the rewards that guarantee improving the quality of an item. And also the rewards that give you an enchantment. So I feel like Like, having 1 to 2 more of those in the opponent when you factor in the HP and the rewards. Like, there's a lot of variance that goes into it, obviously, but it can make a big difference, for sure. So this is like a complete inversion of the last run. I think our run is like long-term kind of weak, but we're getting good results early. We have no trebuchet, but we're getting good results early, that's for sure. A slow item for free? Or small and mediums maybe appeal to me a little bit more. It's an unfortunate skip, I think. Ambergris can kind of work as a... You know what, man? Ambergris can kind of work as a bank, so maybe we should have considered buying it, but... You sell weapons, you give us a friend. I mean, I'd love to see an upgrade for our existing weapons, or like a weapon worth purchasing. Sadly, well, when you use an adjacent weapon, give it 6 damage for the fight. It attacks half as often as the Fang, but it also comes with like a passive benefit. I don't know. Maybe there's something to it, man. You'll only upgrade a bronze. And it really, really should not be Langzhan, man. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm taking a bronze skill. And I have exactly 2 gold. You know what? I don't know, man. When you buy a weapon, get 20 max health.
Maybe I'm getting better at this.
Wait, we have space, right? Yeah. I think a fiery cutlass might be the sort of thing that we would be excited to see here. Switchblade and honing steel is kind of a... I don't know, I wouldn't say they synergize. They have an effect that pushes them in the same direction, at least, but... I do worry we're gonna fall off. But I have had some builds, even on this patch, where if you just win early... you're gonna be totally fine. Like, because you don't have to fight the same kind of, like, nightmare builds you would otherwise come across. I think it should be like that, man. Maybe it actually should be like this, so that you get the 20 extra damage bonus as well. Like, one of the strongest plays you can have in the game is completely, like, out of your own hands. If you can just play weak opponents, win... and then not have to play incredibly strong opponents when the days are fast and furious, like day 10 plus. After you cross the Sean plot zone, once you get past day 9, like the enemy builds start to be a little tougher for sure. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if we can beat this pig. We do have 10 regen, which is kind of crazy. We are getting it handed to us, which I would say bodes poorly. Yeah, that one's not gonna work. Oh wait, but Life Preserver brought us back, man. Just to die soon after, but... I will say, if we could maybe hit some gumballs and start upping your crit chance, we actually might have come out ahead in that one, but... First time you crit... freeze an item for 3 seconds. I think we're gonna come to... that as a crit is going to be a viable strategy for us moving forward. I really don't want to cut an item though to add in a, was it 10%? 10% crit chance. It is tempting. I still feel very strongly about our current level of quality, though. I also... Am I insane to think if we just cut these two, we probably rinse Technovirus, thus giving us a lot of HP in the process? Please destroy... If one virus could just destroy the other virus, we'd be very happy. That's almost how it came to pass. I don't think it's going to be the cleanest fight you're ever going to see, but I do think we're going to come out ahead. 24 regen kind of ticking me off, though. Now, what do we want? We want crit chance, because if we can get crit chance on the... Bro, be dead. Thank you. If we can get crit chance on the cutlass, that's an avenue for us to apply pressure. Haste your other items for 2 seconds, gain 8 regen, and when you burn, charge this for 1 second. I must be going crazy, because it feels like there might be, like, a chance for that. I must be losing my mind.
This world is full of noise.
When you buy a weapon, gain 30 max health. All your weapons deal 10 extra damage. Early on, I can live with that. And yes, I know what you're gonna say, and I'm right there with you. I also can't believe we're still running a Langzhan. A bronze 110 damage Langzhan. But that's what the Lord said is our lot in life, man. And put your faith in XP maxing, okay? I don't know what we're gonna do with Solar Flare. I think there's a very realistic chance the answer is we do nothing with it. Or Solar Farm, I should say. But for now, we're chilling. Huge, huge. Level 6 on day 4 is pretty solid. I can live with that. I'm not really super stoked about a med kit, but at least technically we have something that can get some payoff out of it. I'm thinking what you're thinking, and you're thinking what I'm thinking, right? Cut the honing steel, put in Vanessa's amulet. The 10 extra crit chance is like... It may well matter, because we get double crit damage to begin with. It could apply the crit to anything on our board that you have 3 items. Crow's Nest Silencer. No reload or nothing, though? Like, that's just it? You just die? But why? I mean, I see the vision, and if you had the ability to reload, your run would actually be, like, pretty scary, I think, but... That's kind of crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's kind of crazy. I'm really thinking if we could just get this burn popping, maybe we could play the Solar Farm, man. And then just get, like, a stupid amount of regen off of the Solar Farm.
Small items, small people. I love them all.
It really doesn't make sense to me that we're doing this, but it also, like, nothing else makes any sense for how to run this build. You may well, for all I know, you may become our best item, which is a scary thought. Please upgrade your next bronze or silver item. Am I really doing this? I'm not gonna go Solar Farm, and I don't think I'm gonna upgrade you. Because you don't charge. I mean... I'm stunned that this is the approach that I'm taking. But I guess if we just keep XP maxing, man, that maybe there's a chance. We should be able to take on the Gorgon Noble. This would be the first time I've ever had, like, a semi-successful run with the Langzhan where I didn't start with the silver Langzhan. This would be a definite, an aberration for sure. I still feel like the more likely path to greatness is the Cutlass, but that's pretty nice. But the 10% actually hit. It's like they're giving me a signal, man. Okay, we don't care for poison items, obviously. We're never going to use the grenade. We're never going to use the fang. Just simplify the backpack a little bit. Silver items or... Well, you don't give XP now that I think about it. That's my bad. I thought you would still give us 1 XP for some reason. Which obviously doesn't make sense. This is a huge... We don't need Bronze Clamora, man. This is a huge swing for us, though. The more blue gumballs... Every blue gumball should give you 1 Decipog. So that's 3 Decipogs. That's 3/10 of 1 Pog. Because every, like, 10% crit that we go up is huge Pog. Now, 3 or 4 yellow gumballs is not what you want to see. That's anti-Pog. I wouldn't say it subtracts any of the Decipogs we got. But it's certainly, I mean, there's the opportunity cost is the main negative there. They have big life-stealing Lang Zhan. With what I assume is a really high crit chance. We have Life Preserver and Scaling Weapons. We might be in here, man. Plus we got double the regen that they have. It would be incredible to see... no, wait, we're absolutely cooked. Unless... Oh! What was that crit? It's gotta be like 70, 75. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We were kinda in there. If we got some crits out of this lad right here, we could be in there. Okay, we want gold skills.
I am just a man.
Leftmost item creates haste. Absolutely necessary. Because Lang Zhan has such a long cooldown timer. We don't really have a super fast item. We'll just move you over there.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons, and you might.
What are you, a deadly grappling hook? Deadly grappling hook. Cannonade, when you use a weapon, charge this once. We're not really like a fast weapon build. When you haste reload this one, and it has plus 50% crit chance, I think that, I mean, we do haste with our cutlass. So that strikes me at least as being like temporarily playable. Small and mediums. That's things. I'm not willing to debase myself with barrel 6 days in, okay? For better or for worse, I'm the type of fella that isn't afraid to dance with the one that brought me. Now, the exception to the rule is if I could get like a crane here, that would really change the game for a fella such as myself. I would be thrilled to add a crane into the ecosystem and then find a way to fit it, like make it work later. We're gonna be level 9 on day 6. Oh! When you use an adjacent large, it gains 30% damage, and adjacent medium gains 20% damage. So I'm just thinking, what do you start with? You start with 100. You do take 10 seconds to work, which is devious. And you're a large item, right? You take up 3 spots. I have to give it a try, I feel.
A friend.
But if we're gonna build... Ooh, that's helpful. A little bit. If we're gonna build around it, though, don't we need, like, a... When you use an adjacent item, charge this 1 second. Like a water wheel... I'm kind of losing it here. I need an extremely fast item next to this. I think it's bait, but I could be wrong. Your weapons... Dude. I think I'm crow's nesting. I can't believe it, but I think I'm completely reworking my build to just be a one-weapon crow's nest, man. And would I be insane if I thought that the answer to, to all of life's problems was a crow's nest and a solar farm and then an amulet and a honing steel? This might be very stupid. I would love to start with 800 shield, thank you. And maybe get a silver tier loot item that's a sharpening stone. Well, I'm not displeased with the regen, but... Okay, so this is a very, very strange sort of pivot. What's your win-loss looking like? About the same as mine. It's a cutlass that gets stronger over time and life steals, but it also burns twice, which allows us to amp up our haste factor. And also every time this pops, we get regen. I have no expectations for how this is gonna go, to be honest with you. It definitely didn't, I thought it was gonna kind of like kickstart the engine and then it was just gonna go at full speed, but obviously that didn't happen like that. The good news is I don't think we cost our Langzhan any opportunity. But we did dump our crane, which is a little disappointing. I think that was enough for me to know that we don't want to play like that. Sorry. But now we know, man. Now we know, okay? Oh, but do we need our leftmost item to be... Yeah. I realize this now. Should be like that, maybe. Probably... Well, you do double crit damage. Okay. Okay. Like I said, it's kind of the antithesis of the last run. Like, the last run was easy to pilot. We kind of got, I would say, a little bit unlucky with, like, the caliber of enemy that we ended up going up against. This one, it feels like it's harder for me to find that line of, like, this is the leverage we need to lean on for the rest of the game. But it's not over, man. We have 6 prestige. I would prefer to not be on lethal too fast. 13% crit chance. Would have loved to have seen cooldown reduction there. But you know what? We get another chance for some pogging. Remember, every blue gumball is a decipog. We're getting very close to a full pog, I think. And we've leveled up. And we got an enchantment. Okay, that's a bit of a low roll on the pogs, but every little bit helps. Enchant an item with haste effects. Enchant an item with slow. More than anything else, we need haste, right? But you can't put it on this. And you can't put it on that. So what, are we really running hasted shark claws, man? Maybe that was not the play. Haste 2 items for 1 second. Couple high rolls on the weapons could leave us in a better spot too. Okay, or we could just play against somebody who's in a rough spot. That's a dream come true for a fella like me. I could still lose, don't get me wrong, but seeing somebody that's on 1 win when I'm losing all confidence in my performance is very, very helpful. Now we just have to not lose to them. Oh, but they're running meta shield build, man. Why is their build bad then? Maybe it's not. Maybe it just took them this long to get it off the ground. Excuse me, my weapons should be doing more damage because my shark claws haste something once every 4 seconds for 1 second. We're actually gonna lose. I'm flabbergasted, man. I saw a crit from our cutlass and I'm still gonna lose. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers. There's no way out. There's a cat somewhere, though. Hello, buddy. Look, I know what you're going to say. It serves you right for counting your chickens before they hatch. Literally, you're rooting for Dooley right now. This is the Dooley build. So just consider... And this is just a video game, okay? It's not that big of a deal. We need the diamond item. Everything is already enchanted, man. Consider that it only took you getting slightly mad to make you root for the villain. And then consider what that means for society. That's all I'm going to say. Now, when you use another aquatic item, charge this 4 seconds. It's really hard for me to not just slot in a diamond submarine, man. And you would actually be a great, like, lefty Lucy as well. So you would go, and you would go, and the submarine would go in here. I know I didn't take an enchantment. That's because, like, our items were already enchanted, to be honest.
Take your time.
Any chance we could get some upgrades here? Captain's Wheel. I mean, you're just not very good, honestly. Neither are you, for that matter. If I throw in a Captain's Wheel here, haste adjacent items for 2 seconds. When you use a vehicle or a large item, charge this. And then try to get it charging on the Langzhan. As I hate to say it, but the Langzhan is like it's a big part of this process right here. Maybe we'd rather have you than you. And let's just see what we're cooking with here. When you sell this, get spare change equal to its value at the start of each hour. Spend 2 gold to gain 1 value. This is like a colossal disaster, right? I don't really like to hold lockbox, to be honest. Okay, to be straight up with you, let me see your slow items. If you sell a slow submarine, my life would be in a much better state. You just have Tropical Island. Oh, Tropical Island is a slow item, man. Alrighty then. I do feel like there's a pretty high chance we just die, like, the next time we have a fight, but... Car conductor might have vehicular-related stuff. That would make sense to me. What are your skills here? If you have a vehicle, reduce all non-vehicle cooldowns by 15. Your shield vehicles have better shield. Your weapon vehicles have better damage. There's a little something to like there, I think. It's only day 8. Let's focus. If we could just get to 4 wins, that's moral victory. Slow an item for 1 second, hasten an item for 1 second for each adjacent vehicle. This has multicast. It's horrendous. It's a sick joke that you would even suggest that. Let me get a unique Vanessa skill, man.
But I'll teach you how.
What do you think? On lethal, slowly scaling crit chance. I hate to say it, but I actually think it's right. Because if we live, we'll be very happy we took it. But it is, it's a spicy play. Why am I asking for a submarine? You don't have a submarine. Or you're not going to have a submarine for me. I have a diamond submarine already. That's just not how it works, bro. Fight a monster? They get a little tune-up for Lang Zhan? These are going to be burn items. Burn items are not going to be relevant, but XP is going to be relevant. I still feel like I'm looking at the pace at which we deal damage, and I'm very pessimistic. We are putting up some shield in the meantime, but it's like we do less damage than bursty builds, and we put up less shield than like infinite shielding builds. There is something to be said for Shark Claw's flamethrower. You would... I just thought... I'm sorry, I don't see it. The Muffin Men, your run is already shot, brother. What if you just took everything off of your board so that I could get to 4 wins? And then people would think that I was better at the game as a result of my results. They are a shield, spiked shield gamer. If we can just keep the shield low, like, we should be in a very good spot. Actually, the Lang Zhan timing was just beautiful there. It's not their fault. I think spiked shield is huge bait, man. I'm not gonna say I've never seen it work. I think that would be ridiculous to suggest, but look at me. I gave 1 favorable matchup, I started adjusting my glasses. And all of a sudden, this passive crit chance is starting to add up, man. Please give me some more PvE fights so we can amp up that crit chance even more. And then every time we crit, freeze an item that's bigger than the item that... You get the idea. Now, I think you guys are gone. Okay, video, not a colossal failure. Trade health for power. You could give me like a lifesteal bow, man. I think there might be a... Lose 1,000 health for a diamond tier runic double bow that could easily replace fiery cutlass, man? Or do you want a deadly submarine? I think we gotta try. This is a great time to swing for the fences, I think. And then please a gold tier loot item. It's XP, bro. And I'm wondering if I don't want you on the haste. I might want you on the haste for the lifesteal of it all. And gumballs, dude. This is what it's all about. Remember, what do you want to see? Even though we're not running the cutlass anymore, we still really want to see blue gumballs. Actually, yellow, both red and yellow gumballs are really good for submarine. That is fair. I don't think we're going to be fighting Death Knight Reaper. But Elite Duelist, all weapons have lifesteal. I don't even know if the skill drops. I ask for it every time, and I don't seem to ever receive it. But if it can drop, oh baby. I mean, if we only played AI for the rest of the rounds, I think we'd be looking like this is a 100-win match. It's just unfortunate that we've got to ruin it by playing some human beings as well. Okay, next level up is of the utmost importance, man. I think we do need this temporary boost. And if you could raise my weapon damage, which also improves our lifesteal. And then, am I crazy? Like, it's gotta be the Langzhan, but it also has to be Captain's Wheel, because it goes so much faster. And then I think I need 1300 shield as well. I think I need everything I can get. Ooh, your stats are really good.
My fight isn't
Gotta go, y'all. I'm getting tired, y'all. Good night. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. They are gonna be really fast at healing and shielding. Probably faster. I mean, they're literally not even trying to do damage. I don't think we could possibly win this, man. The crit is nice, but I think it's fool's gold. We just can't, like, out-shield them. Listen, this comes across as, like, sour grapes, and I guess in a way it is. You really gotta envy, or the opposite. The Bazaar developers have a very, like, unenviable task. Every meta build that pops up, or every time they patch a meta build out of the game, another head of the Medusa or the Cerberus pops up. They have another head of the Hydra. Sorry, I haven't read much Greek mythology. So, like, we traded the dually builds for, like, Vanessa aquatic shield builds.
all of this is just training.
And the problem is they spread like wildfire because you see what beats you and you go, well, that's not hard to make. Maybe I'll make it myself. But still, I had fun. We did get to 4. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. I'll be back with another one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!